Hey guys, I'm Rob Bass, and this is Not Min Box. And today we're going to take a look at LJN's Bionic 6. Bionic 6, the story about a guy named Jack Bennett and his family. Some bad stuff happens, they get trapped in the Himalayas, all this crazy crap happens, like technological mysterious energy shows up, messes with the family, but Jack is bionic, so he is protected. So a guy named Professor Amadeus Sharp shows up, helps the family out by putting bionic implants into the family to get them out of this hypno-trance energy stuff. And when they came out, they were successful, they were reunited as a family, and they are now the Bionic 6. The family consists of Bungie, Helen, JD, Meg, Eric, and of course their pet robot Fluffy. The toys themselves are die-cast metal in parts and some plastic. So first up, let's take a look at Meg. Meg has all the points of articulation you could ever want from a 3 3/4 inch type of action figure, especially for the early mid-80s. She has the head turned to the sides, shoulders, elbows, waist, hips, and knees, which is pretty good. No more different than a G.I. Joe at that point in time. The only thing about these figures, LJN really has to, well, not learn, but wish they would have done at the time, is make them look better. The female figures back in the 80s didn't look very female. They tend to look more like stocky, very ugly figures. Next up is Helen. She's the MILF of the family, you know it. But what's very funny, if you look at the box art compared to the action figure, she does not have the same hairstyle or nothing. Didn't make an attempt to make the hairstyle look anything like the package art or the cartoon. Once again, she has the same points of articulation. She comes with this nifty blue backpack. Problem is with the female good guys in this line, they have very small feet and they're not able to stand properly. So the best you could do is lean them up against next to each other. Next up is Jack Bennett himself, the father of the family, the most bionic man of the family. Well, Jack sports like a scuba diver backpack and some kind of gun. It can attach to his wrist. Overall, you know, once again, same points of articulation. He's just the dad of the family. Last but not least is Fluffy, the robot monkey gorilla ape guy. The whole reason why I picked these figures up was to get Fluffy. He was a part of a set that I got off of eBay, and who wouldn't want to have a giant robotic monkey? Right down from the facial features, the head, the sculpt of it is so blue, and he has these retro kind of 80s robot looking side ears. He has a bunch of lights on his chest. He's got lightning bolts running on the side like suspenders. It runs on his back. His legs are not articulated. They don't have knee joints. But the arms have swivels. They go up and down, swivel. His head turns and the legs move. Now heading over to the bad guys that I have. We have Madame O and Glove. I have the whole bad guys line. You have these short, stocky looking bad guys. They're all kind of thick and kind of fat, from Dr. Scarab and Clunk to a mechanic. But Madame O and Glove look, I don't know, much more dreadnoughty in a way. Madamo comes with a tank on her back. She's supposed to have a gun. I don't have it. She wears a gas mask to protect her from, I guess, her gas that she shoots up. And Glove, he comes with a glove. Overall, these two guys have the most color you want to see. For a villain, she rocks a lot of pink, so you know she's a girl. She has this look of the Bride of Frankenstein. And of course, Glove. Glove is like this purple dude. He's got a bangalette around his chest. He's got a glove that's supposed to be really tough. But these two figures have the most unique look, and I really love them. I think they fit in well. I wish I would have kept them. They would have been great with G.I. Joe, definitely. If you look at Madamo, you can see the scale size to a typical 3 3/4 inch action figure. So they're a little bit smaller, so they're about the 3-inch range. But they could fit in, you know, not every figure has to be exactly 3 3/4 inch. Overall, the line came out in 1986 from LJN. It produced 13 figures, 2 laser playsets, 2 small vehicles, and a van. Of course, it tied into the cartoon show that was released by MCA TV. If you've never seen the cartoon show, it's not like you're missing much. It does have a nifty theme song, so maybe check it out on YouTube. They are a must-buy if you can get them for relatively cheap. These figures now are becoming very popular, very collectible, being at the die-cast metal. So if you can find them, pick them up. Keep away from Helen and Meg unless you want to be a completist, because they don't stand it. If you want to show off your figures on your shelf, keep away from Meg and Helen because they don't stand well. Maybe put them in a vehicle or have them sitting on something. And remember, guys, they're your toys. Play with them the way you want.